If I'm not gonna do it, who is? Somebody has to spark it. You know, Charlie Kirk sparked in all of us to have the courage to speak. And, you know, I think that the biggest thing that makes people feel something is the feeling of being misunderstood, you know. And I truly believe that if we can come as a society, honestly, I think it's all rooted also in our inner child feeling like it's unheard, unloved, or again misunderstood. I think that the theory and the concept and the actual feeling of being misunderstood is the root of a lot of suffering, really. And truly, I believe, like, how do we extend the olive branch to each other? You know, when I started going to Trump rallies in 2020, I was not met with anything besides love and tolerance from the right. Now, at the same time, simultaneously, I was getting harassed, death threats, bullied, deleted, erased, canceled from everybody that I knew from the left. And it has been a long journey to recover from the trauma of that. To say that it did not affect me, to say that it did not break my heart would be lying. It broke my heart. It shattered it into a million pieces. And with that pain, I used it as fuel for just this spiral of negative worldview that I went into as a result of that. And I'm not blaming what happened. I'm not blaming the left for like all these things that I caused in my own life, but I'm saying that the actions of others did affect me and it hurt me. Now, the way that I could have responded and I could have the way that I could have handled it, I believe now that I could handle that differently. It takes a level of detachment. It takes a level of kind of like bigger picture understanding. But I know that, you know, the first time that I went viral, I had a lot of people come out to me like kind of dressed in height, like they were hidden, like they were wearing like sunglasses, and like they came out to the rally I was at the next week, and they came and they thanked me for saying what I did, saying that they felt less alone, etc., etc., etc. And you know, I feel, and I just made a speech, I just made a talk before getting into the car about not being in a fear mindset, but I am human and I am slightly in fear, and I want to walk you through the process of what just occurred in my brain. I had a fearful thought that like I'm gonna get judged again, that people are gonna forget my heart, you know, and I'm redirecting my mindset out loud with you now, and I feel emotional. I almost feel like there's tears in my eyes as I say this. Like, it's not easy, but it is the right thing to do for yourself and for others, to switch your mindset and to know, no, I'm confident in what I'm saying, that people are gonna hear me. They're going to understand me. Back to that theory of being misunderstood leading to a lot of things that affect us, you know. I'm grateful today that people understand me, that people know my heart, that people, I feel like we as a society really need to latch on to this idea of change for everything. Like, I don't know, I'm more and more leaning towards maybe like any party is just ridiculous at this point, because how far are we going to go? And I'm gonna go back to what I said earlier, like about my friend Nicole and her idea of purple pill is literally, I know so many people on the right who used to be on the left, you know, and what if there was no right or left? What if there wasn't, you know, and we could talk about the Green Party or whatever, but what if there was no right or left, and we just did things based on what we each individually think is right? Then there's not like the Angels and Dodgers versing each other in a freeway series in California in a baseball game, and there's going to be fans of either team on the red or on the blue side, and there's going to be a rivalry. How do we dissolve that rivalry and just come together as a nation to do what is best for all of us? I don't know, something sparked in me, and I think it sparked in a lot of other people as well, is watching somebody exercise their free speech and getting... Okay, this is the thing, people. Like, people are in fear who have high status media positions, and I'm going to say the same thing I said 4 years ago. I applaud any celebrity who speaks up, because the fear of being canceled is insane. Well, we just watched somebody get canceled on a grand stage forever. They got canceled physically. There's no coming back from what happened to Charlie Kirk in the physical realm at this moment in time. Like, somebody assassinated him. Like, we need to understand that we just witnessed somebody get canceled permanently. Like, that is insane. Like, of course he's going to live on forever in our hearts and in our memories, but that man has been quote unquote canceled in the worst possible way. And for me, that put something in me watching that happen, as somebody who's spoken up, that even though I haven't spoken on these kinds of things in a long time, I just feel like it's necessary, because I feel like we as a society need to readjust our course. Like, it frightens me, and I'm gonna turn that fear into encourages me. It encourages me to speak out, to assist the people who are acting out in this, like, almost inhumane manner of celebrating what's going on with him. Like, truly, I believe that anybody who's reacting like that, at the core, they just feel misunderstood. They may have been fed lies about what Charlie Kirk stands for. They may have been brainwashed by either side of the narrative to have an opinion based on somebody else's reality of the truth, which is really all the news media is. It's somebody else's reality of something that happened. You know, and I'm going to go back to, or I'm going to go into spirituality right now and say, like, and I used to think all this stuff was so cliche, but really you have to go, it's true, like, ironically, you have to go inside of yourself and find yourself and find that peace within yourself, and, you know, let me help you. I have that song, Let Me Hold Your Hand Out of Darkness, you know, like, literally, like, I've been on every spectrum of this whole freaking roller coaster ride of whatever is going on in life. I've been a liberal my whole life. I am obviously gay. Like, I'm a part of the LGBT community. I was a liberal my whole life. I went to the University of Oregon. I was in Oregon when COVID started. Like, going to the University of Oregon, you know, I experienced realizing or seeing that the media may be lying to us, manipulating. I'm somebody who blindly believed everything that I ever read up until that point. My brain started to I started to notice there was things that were not accurate, that we were being lied to, that we were being swayed to believe one way or another for an agenda, you know, and I spoke out about it, and I got ridiculed by the left. It was just insane. And then, you know, I was on the right, like, I received a lot of love. A lot of people came out of the woodworks. I also received some hate from people on the right, but that was very, very, very minute compared to the love. Like, and the hate on the left was insane. It was 100%, you know, and even today, like, I have to be weary of, I can't, like, I almost feel like I have to hide who I was to people out, and then I also kind of feel like, and I'm gonna blow my cover right now because who cares, like, I also feel like I'm kind of like an undercover agent, because people don't expect me to think the way that I think. And I say that, and I in the same sentence, I don't know if it's because of trauma or it's because of what, but, like, I'm going to say it again. I hope you remember who I am and remember my heart, and remember that my views ultimately are, I just want to unite everyone. I want everybody to know that they are accepted and they are loved, and I want us to come together as a society and as a humanity and grow and learn and become better, and not have fear that anybody hates us, and to really take charge of our own life and take charge of our own reality, and not let anybody sway us into, I think that's ironically kind of the core of everything, because during COVID we were swayed into believing whatever we were believing, and now it's continuing on. If we can just come, like, and look inside of ourselves and know that the whole universe is within us, you know, God grant me this serenity, like, literally, like, God and spirit, or whatever you believe in, is within all of us, works through all of us. God is love. God is everything. You know, we are love. We are everything. You know, we are all God, and we are all goddesses. I mean, honestly, like, we really all have God within us, so we all really are gods, you know, like, that's just my opinion, whatever, like, But I think that we all have a spirit, we all have a source code, we all have a higher power that we all are connected with. I'm going on a rant because I just feel like this is so important, and like we have to trust ourselves and trust each other and like love each other. Like for me, like I don't know, I really want to help people who spoke up and got hated on the internet and got hated in real life and like fell into a darkness and fell down rabbit holes. I want to help you all come out of it. Like hit me up, like watch, like listen to my music, learn my story, feel encouraged, because you can also get out of that darkness too, and you can live a life again that you're proud of. Like for me, like when I was in my dark hole, like learning about myself, like through astrology, through numerology, through etymology, like learning about myself and realizing that I had a mission, and like realizing that like, or I had abilities and that I was worth it and that my life had meaning through like learning about myself and the energy that's presented within my realm and the world, and imprinted with me within the numbers of my birthday and whatever. Like these are all very life-changing realizations that I learned about myself and learned about this universe that we're in, and kind of realized that we really do set the stage for our own lives, and we really, really have the power to do whatever we want if we put our mind to it. We just have to believe it, you know. And I believe in you. Like I believe that you can do anything that you want to do. I believe that you're capable of greatness. I believe that you will succeed. I know that I'm going to reach millions and millions of people. This is just like inner knowing. Let me rephrase it. I know I'm going to do that again because I've already done it. I know I'm going to do it again. I'm going to continue to do it, and people are going to hear and feel the love and the genuine care I have for everybody. Like and be inspired, and also go out and speak their truth, but with love and respect and kindness and unity-driven focus. You know, we live in an age where like social media, like anybody can go viral at any time. Anybody can reach masses at any time. Like if you feel in your heart that you're supposed to be speaking something, like it's so interesting because like the kids like who are now like young adults and stuff, you guys grew up like on iPads and with social media, so like you guys are like experts. Like, you know, if you feel like in your heart that you have to say something, like do it. Like everybody you will have love and you will have support. And you know, I'm gonna say this very ironic quote, and if you know, you know, we are the news now. So love you.